5 traits that the best personal trainers all have in common. Your clients are judging you on these whether you have them or not. Get these right and you'll keep your clients longer, get more referrals, and also just enjoy your job more. 1, they make the client feel heard. Everybody wants to feel like a boss, especially when they're paying for a service. If a client gives you valid feedback, don't take it personally, just implement it. You don't have to do whatever they say like a lapdog, but if they give you feedback and it actually makes sense to you, then don't be shy about implementing it immediately. If you do that, your relationship with your client will improve like that. It costs you nothing, makes you a better trainer, and means everything to them. 2, are you someone that your clients actually enjoy coming to see? You're asking someone to show up once, twice, 3 times a week, every week, for months, maybe years. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has the discipline to do that when they're doing it with someone who has bad energy, who they don't like, who's just not a good vibe. You as well, by the way. You're not gonna do that month after month, year after year, if you cannot stand your client. It works both ways. Get to know them. What do they do? Not just what their job title is, but what do they actually do on a day-to-day basis? What do they like? What winds them up? What do they believe in? I've had so many different kinds of clients, right? Different kinds, different backgrounds, ages, sexes, everything. There's always something that you can bond with someone about. It won't be the same from person to person, but there's always something. If you can ask questions, you can be open-minded, there's always something you can find to bond with someone over. And there is the sprouts of your new relationship with your client. Remember, good conversation during a training session isn't wasted time. It's part of the service that you're offering. It's the key component that allows clients, well, not allows, but encourages clients to keep coming back to see you. Number 3, keep things a bit fresh. Of course, progressive overload means we have to repeat a lot of the same movements over and over. I get that. But there's a difference between structured progression and just boring sessions. If and when your client gets bored, they disengage. When they disengage, they don't make as much progress, and when they don't make as much progress, typically that's the end of your relationship. You don't need to start throwing weird, fancy exercises at people purely for the sake of novelty. However, try different approaches, try structuring the session a different way, set them new challenges. You've been working a lot on strength? Well, let's see how fit you can be as well. You know, give something new to chase. You should know, if you're a PT, I assume you train as well, sometimes you got to freshen it up. Like, it's very difficult to do the same program 6 months non-stop in a row, right? It's not fun for anyone. So keep that in mind when training your own clients. Number 4, the best trainers encourage a lot more than they criticize. It's easy to assume that clients want to be pushed hard, probably because that's what works best for you. But for a lot of people, fitness is genuinely very difficult. It's a huge challenge for them to even go to a gym. And in this instance, encouragement lands a lot better than a firm hand does. Trust me, I've been there. I used to be the firmest hand. Drill sergeant, they called me when I first started personal training. And although I got results and I kind of liked being known for that, especially as a 20-year-old lad, long term, it didn't build the most sustainable relationships with my clients because I was so hard on them all the time. As I got older, wiser, learned more, became a better coach, it's almost the opposite now. Whereas before it's 80% firm, 20% encouragement, it's now the opposite. It's 80% encouragement, 20% firm. In my opinion, and with a lot of other experienced trainers that I know, that seems to be the approach that works best for most people. A client who feels backed and encouraged and supported typically does better and stays longer than one who, although it might not be your intention, feels judged or criticized. They don't ever want to feel that way. Number 5, the best trainers demonstrate progress. Nobody wants to spend 3 months, 6 months, 9 months working with a personal trainer at great expense, by the way, and then have nothing to show for it. And what you've got to watch out for is clients are really bad at monitoring and tracking their own wins. So you've got to do that. You have to do that. And the thing is, most clients are terrible at tracking their own wins because they're too distracted with focusing on where they've come up short. Your job is to remind them of all the wins they've had along the way as well. You've got to keep an eye on strength numbers, body weight, measurements, flexibility improvements, balance improvements, technique improvements, whatever is relevant for you and your client, keep track of it, whether it's on notes, whether it's on video. Nobody cares, right? As long as you can show that client, because they're gonna have a bad day at some point. They're gonna be criticizing themselves, they're gonna be down on themselves, and your job is to pick them up. And the best way and the most effective and the fastest way to do that is, well, you're having a bad day now, but your bad day now is 10 times better than your first day was here. Look at this, look at this. Suddenly the mindset has shifted and they're ready for a session. If you found any value in that video, then I reckon this one should be your next watch.